I am super excited to be with you here today and welcome to this free Forex training class. All right. Now, this is day 2. We have had day 1, so we're not going to be looking at what is Forex trading, what is a broker. I'm not going to be showing you how to link your account. We have already done that in day 1. So if you haven't had access to day 1 videos, make sure to reach out to Coach Toye or reach out to me so I can guide you on how to actually set up your account, what is Forex and all of that. So let's get into today's video. All right, so first off, who is Lumi? Who is Lumi? Now, my full name is Pelumi, Oluwapelumi, but a lot of my mentees like to call me Coach Lumi, right? I'm a pharmacist, I'm an aesthetic doctor, I'm a business sales expert, and also a Forex trader. So yes, I have a BSc in pharmacy. I have 2 international certificates in aesthetic medicine. I have an MBA from the Netherlands Business School, and I have been a Forex trader for the past 3.5 years. I also belong to a growing community of over 2,500 traders, where we have generated over $300,000 from trading the Forex market. And yeah, here are a few of my certificates from prop firms. I've done a payout of about $5,000, $6,000. And yes, so that makes me the best person to show you how this works. All right, that makes me the best person to show you how you can actually attain financial freedom and financial stability through the Forex market. Okay, so let's keep going. So here are a few withdrawals for myself and my mentees. All right, okay, first timer, $100. Hi Lumi, I made my first withdrawal today. I just wanted to share it with you. $3,000 as a complete beginner trader. $535. Okay, this was one of my withdrawals, about 8.2 million. Yes, another first timer, $1,600. I think she did this in 2 weeks. Another mentee of mine did about $4,800. So if you are in this training right now, count yourself very lucky. All right, because what I'm about to teach you, people pay hundreds of thousands of naira to learn. They pay dollars, $100, $200, $1,000, and all of that to learn. Oh my god, coach, I did it again. I can't believe I'm just 2 weeks in and I've already done 2 million. This is crazy. So this is crazy. All right, so what we're going to be doing here is just copy and paste. All right, but you cannot just decide to copy and paste like a dummy. All right, now I am the experienced trader. I've been trading for 3.5 years, so you're gonna leave all of the analysis to me, right? I'm the one that does the studying, and all I do is simply call out a trade idea for you to copy, follow, paste, and you make money. So a trade signal or a trade idea is simply a recommendation that tells you what to trade, when to enter, what to trade, when to enter, and when to exit. All right, what experts do before giving you a signal. An experienced trader, myself, studies the market, analyzes the chart, watch price movement, and look for the best possible setup. Once they've identified an opportunity, the signal tells you what to do. So your trade signal always includes what you are trading. And for the purpose of this free group, you're going to be trading majorly gold, XAUUSD, right? We're going to be telling you the direction. Are you buying? Are you selling? At what price to enter a trade? When do you want to take profit, and when to cut your losses short, and when to exit a trade. So a good trade signal is supposed to consist of all of this. All right, so here are some trades I sent in the free group. Remember I told you that there's a separate group where people are already trading real money, and then there's this group where you're still learning and practicing on fake money. So by the time you're done and you're ready to move to the group where we trade real money, you will definitely be sent to this group. So this is what a trade idea looks like. These are some of the trades that I think I sent this week or earlier in the week. So as you can see, I told you that you're going to receive a trade idea. That's XAUUSD. What you're buying or selling, that's XAUUSD. Are you to buy or are you to sell? So the first one was a buy, the second was a sell, the third was a sell. The entry price, as you can see, there's an entry price, there's a stop loss, and there's a take profit price. Mind you, TP1 to TP10 doesn't mean you're going to enter 10 take profit positions. You're supposed to take only one take profit position and stick to it. And obviously, the further your take profit position, the more money you can make. Moving forward, now when you open your MT5, this is what you should see. All right, you're gonna have to click on quotes. When you click on quotes, if you do not see XAUUSD or gold, just go on the search icon at the top right and search for XAUUSD. All right, so you click on it and then you click on trade, and it is going to bring out this table. Now this table, you're supposed to input your stop loss, your take profit, and yeah, do you want to buy or do you want to sell? I'm going to show you a live video of how this is done. Moving forward, now there are some things you have to understand, which are just some basic forex terms. So first off, we have what is called the stop loss. All right, and you're going to input your stop loss. You're going to input your stop loss level. Now think of stop loss as your safety net. If you enter a trade and the market doesn't go your way, your stop loss automatically closes your trade at a certain point, so your loss does not keep growing. For example, if you buy gold at 4,000 and you set your stop loss as 3,990, so it simply means that if gold doesn't buy, it decides to sell, this trade is going to close when price gets to 3,990, so your account doesn't disappear, so you do not blow up your account. Do you understand? So stop loss is like, oh, maybe you're trading $100 and then you set your stop loss as a price that makes you lose only $10. So if the trade does not go well, instead of losing your entire $100, you only lose about $10 from your $100. So stop loss is like, oh, if I'm wrong, I need you to get me out of this trade right here at this price right now. All right, in minimal loss. Take profit simply means that you want the trade to close once price has reached a certain level. All right, so for example, if you decide to buy gold at 4,421 and you set your take profit to 4,440, when gold reaches 4,440, your trade is going to close automatically in profit. All right, so maybe when price gets to 4,440, you're going to make profit of $20, $30, so your trade is automatically going to close. All right, take profit simply means when I make enough money, if the trade goes my direction, I want you to take my profit here. That is simply what take profit is. And of course, you have to fill in your take profit number before you go ahead to buy or sell in a trade. All right, now what is lot size? Lot size simply means the size of your trade, and for the purpose of this group, a lot of you are trading like $100, $50, $200, so I don't expect you to use more than 0.01 on your trades. All right, so if you see me send my screenshot and I'm using lot 1, lot 5, best believe we are not trading the same amount of money. Now lot size simply means that you can make more money, but it also simply means that you can risk more money. So if you decide to use lot 0.02 or lot 1 or lot 0.05 or whatever, be ready to bear the risk. And that is why we are traders and we are not gamblers. You're supposed to be risking 5 to 10% of your account. All right, so I don't expect anybody to be trading more than 0.01. Yes, the higher your lot size simply means that the more money you can make, but it also means the more money you can lose if a trade does not go your way. And as you can see, this arrow is showing you where you can change your lot size: 0.01, 0.02, 0.1, 0.5, whatever. You just click on it and edit it. All right, but like I said, for the purpose of this group, I'm sure a lot of you are trading less than $200, so I don't expect anybody to be using more than 0.01, at most 0.02. All right, so break even simply means protecting your capital. All right, this simply means shifting your stop loss to your entry price or changing your stop loss price to your entry price. And know that you can only break even in a winning trade. All right, you can only break even in a winning trade. You can't break even in a losing trade, and it simply means shifting your stop loss to your entry price, as shown in this picture here. If you enter a trade at 4,000 and stop loss was 3,990, if the trade starts running in profits but it doesn't exactly reach your take profit level, you can shift your stop loss price to your entry price, and this protects your account. I'm going to show you a video that shows you how to get that done. Then pips. Now pips is actually calculated in different ways for different currencies and different pairs, but for the purpose of this free group, I'm going to make it as simple as possible. It simply refers to the movement of price. All right, so for example, if price moves from 4,000 to 4,001, it is just 1 point, and you times by 10, so that is 10 pips. From 4,000 to 4,005, that is 5 points times 10, 50 pips, and all of that. So the more price moves in your direction, it simply means the more profit you can make. And the more price moves against you, It simply means the more money you can lose. So literally, that is just what it is in simple
Currently
terms.
have this trade that is running in profit, all right?
So this is
This
how
is the
to break
chart.
even.
Now, if I click on here, I'm going to lose $62 out of my $1,000 if this trade does not go my way, right? But if it goes my way, I'm going to make about $100. Now, I want to show you how to break even. Now, break even simply means you are protecting your capital just in case this trade doesn't run into the profit you want it to run to. Now, to break even, all you do is tap. Sorry, you have to tap, all right, tap just like this. Once you tap, it comes up, and then you move your stop loss to entry. This is what we call break even. You shift your stop loss to entry, but it's not going to change until you swipe like this and click on modify. So can you see? So if this trade comes down and hits here, I'm not going to close in any profit, I'm not going to close in any loss. So this trade is currently in profit of 14, 13, 12 dollars, whatever. And if price decides not to go back up, if it hits here, it is not going to close me in any profit or any loss. At the same way, we could adjust our stop loss. If you feel like, okay, maybe you don't want to take profit at $100, you can also move your TP like this and set it again, modify. So if price goes back up and hits here, you close out in $80. So this is simply how to break even.
Okay, amazing. So this is simply how you break even using the chart. All right, I'm going to show you how you can break even using the table, but this is how you break even using the chart. Remember, I told you break even is simply shifting your stop loss to your entry, so that if a trade doesn't exactly go into full take profit like you want, it doesn't reverse into a loss. So it's literally just protecting your capital. All right, and I don't advise you breaking even if a trade has not done up to 100 pips. All right, so if you're targeting 200 pips profit, if your trade has not yet done up to 100 pips, if you break even at 30 pips, 50 pips, there's a high probability that market might take you out before actually going your direction.
Now, if you do not want to break even on the chart, if the chart is too if you do not want your trades to become a losing trade, right? You want to just protect your capital. You're going to click on here and you're going to see this thing called modify, all right? Not close position, modify. You're going to click on modify, right? Remember we said break even is changing your stop loss price to your entry price. Now, if you do not know your entry price, you can come back here and check. This was when you entered 4421. That was the price at which you entered the trade, 4421. So you're going to click on modify, and you're going to change this stop loss to 4421. All right, so you're going to click on it. So if you come on here, you can click on chart. All right, so when you click on chart, as you can see, if this trade runs into a loss, eventually you're only going to be losing about 58 cents. All right, and if it goes and hits your take profit levels, you're going to be making about $18. All right, so it's the same way. If you still want to change your take profit level, you click on the trade, you click on modify as well. If you want to change your take profit to maybe, let's say, 4432, you click on modify. And it's always make sure you click on modify. All right,
Okay, so this is literally how you can break even using the table. So I just need you to play around with your MT5. All right, you're going to see all of these features. Trust me, it is very, very easy to navigate. Once you try it 2, 3, 4 times, you should be able to.
I want you to pay very close attention because I'm going to be showing you how to take your trades live. All right, once you open your MT5, this is what you should see.
So over here, I'm going to be showing you how to copy a trade idea. Remember, I told you that there is something called a trade idea, or it's called a trade signal. Now, looking on the left hand side, remember I told you that a trade idea usually has what what you should buy or what you should sell. And in the case of this free training, we're going to be working with XAU USD or gold. All right, your trade idea always has an entry price, so enter as 4,415 to 4,420 and a stop loss price of 4,408. Now take profit level, we have TP1 to TP10. Remember I told you pips is the movement of price. All right, so if you do 4,420 minus 4,422, that's just about 2 points, which is 20 pips. But if you do 4,420 minus 4,440, that's about, I think, 20 points, which is over 200 pips. So obviously you cannot compare the profits of somebody taking TP1 and somebody taking TP10. Somebody taking TP1 can be making $2, but someone that takes TP10 can be making $30 on literally the same trade. That is why I usually advise taking TP4 to TP10. The higher your TP level, the more money you can make. All right, so let's see if this video plays.
Now, I want you to pay very close attention because I'm going to be showing you how to take your trades live. All right, once you open your MT5, this is what you should see.
Okay, it's not playing, so let us just go into my gallery. All right, so
as that. All right, now I want you to pay very close attention because I'm going to be showing you how to take your trades live. All right, once you open your MT5, this is what you should see: quotes, chart, trade, history, settings. All right, now your quotes shows you what you are trading, XAU USD. If your XAU USD is not showing up on your quotes, it's all right, come on here, because you might see a series of other things: AUD, CAD, Japanese yen, Euro USD, Great British Pounds against the US dollars. Normally that is what is always on here. All right, so if you see those, do not panic because it's forex trading. We trade so many things, but for the purpose of this free training, we're only going to be trading XAUSD gold. So if XAUSD is not showing on your own end, just come on here and search for it. All right, but it's already showing on my end, so it's already marked. All right, so you search for it on your end and mark it as, so that it shows. So when you go back, it's going to be there. Or if you don't see XAUSD, just search gold, GOLD. Now, mind you, there is XAUSD, then there's XAUSD 24/7. Make sure you are ticking on XAUSD, not XAUSD 24/7, or gold, not gold 24/7. So mine is already ticked, so it is there, right? So how do you take a trade signal that is sent to you? Now, if I give you a trade signal and I tell you buy XAU USD, I'm going to put the screenshot here. Buy XAU USD at an entry price of 4,415 to 4,420. Right? Once you click on quotes, you're going to click on it and I'm going to click on trade. You want to place it.
Remember, this is the trade idea we're working with. Buy XAUSD at 4,415 to 4,420. Remember that. All right, remember the stop loss and also remember the entry. All right, and the take profit levels.
4415.
Let's back it up a bit.
You're going to click on it and I'm going to click on trade. You want to place the trade. Now you're going to look here. I said buy between 4415 to 4420. As you can see, price is rallying around 4418. So it simply means yes, you can still take the trade because I told you 4415 to what? 4420, and price is in between there, right? So you're going to come on here, put your lot size if you want to change it, but I don't expect you to use more than 0.01 for $100, right? And I tell you, set your stop loss. For every trade I call, I would always give you a stop loss. So I tell you, set your stop loss at 4408. Let's say I want you to set your stop loss as 4408. And I tell you take profits. Now we have 10 take profit levels, right? But I usually advise taking profits from take profit 4. So let's say our take profit 4 is maybe 4430, right? Then click on buy. That is how you take your trade automatically. That is simply how you take your trade and you allow the trade to run. Now, if you want to see what is happening on this trade, you're just going to click on it and click on chart. Now, when you go to your chart, it shows you. Now, if you're not able to see what is happening, maybe because your chart is too small or it's too big, you can always come on here and do something like this. So it is going to bring out all the figures and you see exactly where you set your trade, all right? Other times, you can do something like this, zoom it in and zoom it out, all right? Or just do something like this. This trade is running. Remember, I would always give you an entry price. I would always give you a stop loss price. I would always give you a take profit price. It is up to you to input it. You cannot trade without a stop loss or a take profit. You are going to blow your account. So let's come on here. Let's click on chart. So let's check. If this trade goes our direction, we are going to be making about, I think, $12. Yeah, $12. If it doesn't go our direction, we are going to be losing $9, which is still reasonable. Losing $9 out of $100, it simply means that you can go multiple times, and it's not possible with the trades that I send for you to blow your account except you ignore risk management. So literally, that is just how you can place your trade. And if you feel like, oh, you don't want to hold the trade any longer, you're scared or whatever, you just come on here and you click on close position, and you click on here and you close the trade. Simple as that. Now, I want you to pay very close attention.
So literally, that is exactly how you copy a trade idea. All right, it is not complicated, it is not difficult, it is something that is very easy to do. Remember, I told you that the further the TP level you take, the more money you can make. So TP1 says maybe it gives you $5. TP2 would give you about $7. TP3, $9. TP4. So the further the TP level you take, the more money you can make. All right, so I don't usually advise taking TP1 because TP1 simply looks like you're risking $8 for $2, which does not make sense. So always take TP levels from TP4 to TP10. All right, so let's copy one more trade together. So this is our trade idea. All right, gold XAUUSD, this is the entry price, this is the stop loss, these are the take profit levels. So you're just going to pick one. All right, one take profit level, search for your commodity. It is exactly the same way, but this time around, instead of buying, we are selling. Okay, so let us go back and
pull as that. All right, so let's say I give you a trade signal and I tell you that you should sell XAUUSD at 4415 to 4420. I want you to sell. So you're still going to come here and you're going to click on XAUUSD and you're going to click on trade. Over here, sell is 4416, and I told you sell what? At 4415 to 4420. So you can take the sell. And I tell you to set a stop loss of 4425. And you should set a take profit of 4405. And you have to come and click on sell, right? I can't tell you sell and you're going to click on buy. You have to click on sell. Exactly. So you come on, you click on it, you click on chart. Then you tap. So you know how much you're losing. If this trade does not go well, you're going to be losing $5. But if the trade goes well, you'll be making about $11. Right? So literally, this is just how trading works. This is how you can place your trades using the table. All right, using the table. Now you can also place your trades using the chart, and I would show you in the next video. I hope so this is how to take a trade live. All right, so over here you see your trade that is running. Over here you see a history of all the trades you've taken. All right, this is my demo account. I use it to practice a lot. So over here you see, oh, this is how much you made today, this is how much you lost. These are all the trades that I've showed you examples of, right? This is how much you lost. This is where you see your trade history. This is where you see your trade that is running. This is where you see what is happening in the trade that is running. And this is where you go to if you want to search for a particular commodity to place a trade. right? And this is where you see all of your accounts. You just click on it and it brings out your demo, your reel, whatever. And literally that is just it. Okay, simple.
So literally that is just how you can copy a trade idea. Like I said, I would never give you a trade without giving you an entry price, a stop loss price, what we're buying, the direction, are we buying, are we selling, and take profit. I would always give you instructions to follow. All right, so remember we took take profit 5, right? So we take profit 5 is 0.01. We were making about what, $11. So if we took take profit 10, we would have been making well over, I think, $25 or $22, which is how much? That's how much in a day. That's like 25, I don't know, do the math. So okay, moving forward, trading psychology. Why you can still fail with good signals. Having good signals does not automatically make you a good trader. Here are some reasons why you can still blow your account. Now, as a trader that has been trading for 3.5 years, I'm going to be very brutally honest with you. Trading is a game of numbers. It is a game of probabilities. And the reason why a lot of people still fail, even when they have good trades, is because they are greedy, right? They are greedy, they are not patient, and they do not understand the power of compounding. You see somebody making 1 million naira in 1 month, in 1 day, safe, because you might see screenshots from me like that. You see me making 1 million in 1 day, and you want to make 1 million in 1 day. How much are you trading? Is it your $200 or $100 that wants to give you 1 million in 1 day? Right? It is possible, but you have to be realistic with whatever you are doing, because the truth is we win and we lose in forex trading. All right, there are days when you're going to have winning trades, there are days when you're going to have losing trades, but the entire goal is to make sure that your winning trades are more than your losing trades, and you maximize your profits than your losses. A lot of my students, they already know this. Trading is a game of numbers. If you see anybody that tells you that, oh, in trading you will always win, they are lying to you. Even the best traders, I'm saying people that have been trading for 15 years, 20 years, they still lose trades. But the point is to make more money than you actually lose. All right, so let's keep going. First of all, poor risk management. There is no such thing as a perfect trader. Trading is a game of numbers and probabilities, so losing trades are inevitable. I have said that. If you have $100 and you risk your entire $100 on one trade, I have showed you how to properly risk. I don't expect you risking more than $10 to $15 per trade. If you're trading $100, that is 0.01. Right? If you have $100 and you risk your entire $100 on one trade, one loss means you are done. You can't take advantage of the next winning setup because you have no capital left. So first off, you have to protect your account. That is why risk management is super important. All right, if you have $100 and you risk your entire $100 and your entire trading capital is gone, right? You can't compare to yourself with somebody that has $100, risk only $10, loses that first trade and loses only $10. That person has the opportunity to take a second trade, make back their $10 and even make more, even $30, $40, $50 on top of that account, unlike you who has risked the entire trading capital. So as a trader, you are nothing without your trading capital, and I don't expect anybody, any one of you, to be risking more than 10% of your account in a single trade. Okay? Secondly, fear. A lot of traders are afraid to enter trades because they are scared of losing. But forex works on risk and reward. You have to be willing to risk something to potentially make something. If you have $100 and you plan risking $10, you shouldn't be terrified of the trade. Your risk is controlled. Don't be scared of small calculated losses. Be scared of risking your entire account. I'm going to be very honest with you. I have seen traders fail at forex because they are scared. Now, why are you scared? You shouldn't be scared because you are actually calculating your risk. For instance, if you're trading $100 and you risk your entire $100, right? Of course you should be scared. But if you're trading $100 and you risk only $10, from your $100, you would have peace of mind, because you know that, oh, even if this trade does not go well, I'm going to be losing only $10. And you have to understand that forex works on risk and reward. It's just the same way you try to exchange currencies. If you go to their bookie, maybe you want to get naira from their bookie, right? You have dollars, you want to get naira. You cannot just tell their bookie that their bookie should give you naira, right? You have to first give their bookie your dollars, right? You have to first give their bookie your dollars before their bookie gives you naira. That is literally how forex works. You have to be able to risk something to make something back, right? So please don't be scared. Yes, we said that nothing is 100% in forex, but that is also why you manage your risk, because even if the first trade does not go well, there's always the second trade, third trade, fourth trade, fifth trade that would make you so much money. But if you are too scared to take a trade in the first place, then forex may not be for you. And if you're the type that is just going to throw risk management to the dust and risk your entire account, be ready to keep donating money over and over and turn yourself to a charity organization in the forex market. All right. Third, not understanding compounding. Now, this is where a lot of traders make mistakes. I currently have an account that is sitting at over tens of millions of naira, right? This is small compared to other traders. I mean, I know traders that are trading hundreds of millions of naira. I know traders that are trading over $50,000, right? And I'm talking about myself because this account is not sitting at 10 million. It's not sitting at 20 million, right? I think there was a time I even made a mistake and I sent my accounts to the group, all right, one of my other groups, and all of my mentees were like, oh, running around, and they were screaming and all of that, right? Now that particular account took me over a year to build because I understood the meaning of compounding. I grew that account from 200,000 up to over tens of millions of naira because I understood that 50,000 naira today, 100,000 naira tomorrow, 30,000 naira the next day, 50,000 the next day, 20,000 the next day, over a period of time sums up to a large amount of money, right? So for a lot of traders, they don't want to compound. You make $10 today or you make $20 today and you feel like it is small money. But if you make $10, if you're fortunate to make $10 every single day, which is very possible, that is $50 at the end of the week. By the time you do the maths, that's about 60,000 naira. 60,000 naira in a week. Meanwhile, minimum wage in Nigeria is what? 70,000 naira after working for a month. So how does this not make sense? Minimally, $10 is what you should be making in a day as a trader. $10. With the account size that you people are trading, you should be making at least $10 in a day. So in a week, let's say $50 minimally. So in a month, let's just say, considering the losses that can come from forex and all of that, so let's just say in a month you've done about $150. Literally, $150 is way over maybe 300,000 naira. How many 9 to 5 workers actually make 300,000 naira at the end of the month? So if you understand the meaning of compounding in forex trading, you would go a long way as a trader. So you don't have to make 500,000 on a single day. In a single day, some of you come into forex and you want to make 500,000 naira in a day, 1 million naira in a day, 2 million naira in a day, because you see other people making it. And you don't realize the amount of years, the amount of work that they had to put in to get to where they are. You don't even understand how much they are trading. You that is trading $100, you want to make 1 million naira in one day. Forex, you give something to get something back. So you cannot give groundnut and be expecting cocoyam, or give groundnut and be expecting full roasted chicken. It doesn't work like that. So allow your money to compound and you would enjoy forex trading. All right. Now, closing trades too early. In fact, Some of my mentees, even in my paid community, are still guilty of this: closing trades too early and impatient. Another major problem is taking tiny profits while allowing your losses to become big. For example, if you're risking $12 to make $2, one losing trade can wipe out for profits from several winning trades. Because why are you risking $12 for $2? If your setup is designed to run further, learn to hold your trades. Let your winning trades breathe rather than constantly taking TP1 or TP2. I already explained this to you. The goal isn't to win every trade. The goal is to manage your losses, protect your capital, and maximize your winning trades. Good signals can give you the opportunity, but your psychology and risk management determine what you do with that opportunity. In one day, one of my mentees, who was always lamenting about how his profits are usually small and his losses are usually big, one day this particular mentee did 100,000 naira from 20,000 naira simply because of this thing that I am talking about. We opted on a call and I literally just told him, I said, hold your trades for longer. Let your trades run into like TP10, TP8, TP9. And this particular day, I think he held his trade to TP15. Remember I told you that each TP level moves in points, that's pips, right? And pips is the movement of price, and it's also equivalent to the amount of money you can make on a trade. That particular night, he held his trade to TP15, and that TP15 recovered all his other previous losses. He made 100,000 naira from a 20,000 naira account, and he held this trade for over 2 hours. Right? So when it comes to forex trading, when you enter a trade, it can go red, you will go blue, you will go into loss, you will go into profit, you go into loss, you will go into profit before it finally does a good amount of profit. So if you're an impatient person, or you feel like, oh, you cannot hold a trade for long, just know that you're just going to be collecting crumbs from the market when the market can actually give you so much more money. All right, so stop risking $12 for $2, right? Try to aim for better profit levels. Trading is not about avoiding losses, it's about protecting your capital and maximizing your winning trades. Now, greed and unreasonable trading capital. Some of you want to come into forex with 150,000 naira and make 1.5 million naira in one day. It is possible, but also know that it increases your risk. All right, you see people doing 1.5 million, 3 million, 7.5, 10 million in a day, and you're wondering why you're not making the same amount. Hello, you're not trading the same trading capital. Like I said, a lot of you on here are trading $200, $100, so you can't expect that your $200 will give you $1,000 in a single day. Is it possible? Yes, but it is not feasible. All right, if you're trading 150,000 and that account can give you 30,000 to 45,000 a day, that is a very good return on investment on your capital. If you want to make more money in forex trading, don't try to force it by taking crazy risk. Trade more capital, manage your risk, be patient with your trades. Like I said, your account size also matters, and it should match your expectations. Ngwanu, any Igbo boy or Igbo girl watching my video right now, you cannot come into forex with 150,000 and you want to make 1 million in a day. Okay, in fact, there was a time I made 1 million naira from trading 27,000 naira, but I'm going to explain to you guys how it happened. So I need you guys to be very careful when you are taking your trades. So this particular day, I was checking out a new broker, and I decided to fund 500,000. That's just 500,000 naira. I decided to fund it. Now, I made a very terrible mistake. Remember risk management? Remember the lot size we talked about? So I was trading 500,000 naira. Now, on 500,000 naira, 10% risk management simply means I should not be using a lot size of more than 0.03. At most, I should not be using a lot size of more than 0.03. So I wanted to input 0.03 on my lot size, and I mistakenly input 0.3. Right, so I got stopped out of the trade. The trade went into profit, but before I started running into profit, I was already taken out. Why? Because my account balance was too small for the lot size that I used. So my 500,000 naira became 27,000 naira in less than 1 minute. Right now, why am I telling you this? I'm not one of those traders that are going to come and lie to you and tell you that, oh, forex trading is all rosy and all of that. If you make a stupid ass mistake, you're going to pay with it with your money. Pay for it with your money. All right, so my 500,000 naira became 27,000, you guys. And so I slept. But because it was just a little part of my actual trading money, right? Because remember, told you I was just checking out a particular broker. So I slept, I woke up, and then I looked at the account and I was like, this is just 27,000. Let's see what I can do with the account. So because it was just 27,000, I was like, if the money wants to go, it should go, right? So I started taking trades. I took one trade, the next trade, and by the end of the day, I had over 1.7 or 1.5 million naira sitting in that account from 27,000 naira. Right, you can check out my TikTok page. I posted the receipts and the videos on my TikTok page. Now a lot of people saw that video on my TikTok page and they came to my DM and they were like, oh, let me show me how you did this. I want to do this. I want to do da. And the truth is, things like that are possible with Forex, but it is also very high risk and it doesn't happen every time. Right? So if you want to go and fund 20,000 naira or 30,000 naira and you want to take it to 1.5 million naira, just know that you can lose that your 20,000 or your 30,000, and then you keep funding until you realize that you have funded well over 500,000 naira. So my advice to you is just start with reasonable trading capital and be careful. Don't make crazy ass mistakes. All right. Okay, so we have come to the end of the class, all right, and I want to give you an assignment. First off, I want you to create a trading plan. All right, so a trading plan, every trader has a trading plan. How much of your account you want to risk per trade? How many trades do you want to take per day? How much do you want to make in a day? Those are your trading plan. I also have my trading plan as well. So create a trading plan. I will drop a guideline in the group that you can follow to create your plan. Then you send it to me so I can review it. All right. Then I want you to practice every single thing that you have learned. I want you to open your MetaTrader 5. If you are watching this video on a weekend, you might not exactly be able to practice because the Forex market doesn't open during the weekend. So your MT5 can look like it's frozen. All right. But yeah, you can practice during the week and all of that. Then I'm going to be dropping trades in the group. All right, I'll be dropping trades in the group so you can use to practice every single day. All right, every single day. And mind you, if I drop a trade before you enter the trade, if you are 5 minutes late, make sure you ask. Don't go and be entering a trade that maybe we dropped in the morning now. You now want to go and enter the trade in the evening. Market will chop you and it will chop your eye. All right, trading is time sensitive. So if you're not online when a trade is called, always ask my DM. Mind you, in this particular group, remember I told you there's a separate group for people that are already trading real money, right? So this particular group is just for practice. So the trades that I will be sending here, they are not fully analyzed trades. All right, it's just for you to get what you can use to copy and paste and practice on your account. So please do not go and try trading on your real accounts yet. Until you are ready, you tell me, and then I would move you to the main group where they are trading real money. Okay, then third, I want you to create goals for yourself. When you start trading live, what goal do you want to achieve? Do you want to trade $100 to $500 in 1 week? Do you want to trade $100 to $1,000 in 1 month? Do you want to trade $200 to $2,000 in 1 month? Create goals for yourself, but make sure your goals are realistic. And honestly, I don't expect anybody to practice for more than one week before we move you to the main group where people are trading real money. All right. And if there is anything you do not understand, reach out to me in my DM or you reach out to Coach Toye. All right. I would see you guys another time. Bye, guys.